it's Karen here from the Stitch Sessions. Welcome back if you're a regular here, and welcome if you are new. So today we are working on a really cute and quick stitch tutorial, and this will be fantastic if you're looking for, just a really easy stitch to work up a quick project. And it's a take on the half double crochet stitch, and it creates this really lovely cushy texture, and it also creates, if I turn this way, you can see it creates a bit of a ribbed effect, an alternating ribbed effect, which is really nice. It kind of from far away gives it a knit-like look, which I really, really like. Now, all that's involved is you're going to begin to work a regular half double crochet, but instead of pulling through 3 loops, you're only going to pull through 2 that were on your hook. And I'm going to explain that in a moment as we get into the tutorial. And if you have worked this stitch before, you may have some preferences as to how you work it. Some people will work it into the full stitch, and some people will work it into the back loops only, which is what I'm going to be doing in this tutorial. And I talk a little bit about that as we get into it. So short and sweet, and hopefully it'll give you some inspiration on some items you can create with this stitch. So let's get stitching. Okay, so for this stitch tutorial, I'm just going to be using some leftover yarn here. This is a medium 4 weight yarn, and it is acrylic in this pretty light gray color. And the hook size I'm using for this tutorial is a 6mm hook, which is also known as a J or a size 10. And anytime you're working on a crochet project, just make sure you have a handy pair of scissors on hand and a yarn needle to weave in your ends. And remember that a yarn needle is much different than a thread needle, as it has a much larger eye. All right, once you've got your materials together, we're going to start stitching up our stitch. Okay, so we're going to begin by placing a slip knot onto our hook here. And you can do this stitch in any number of chains that you wish. So just for this tutorial, I'm going to chain up 15. And there is my 15th stitch, and there's your first chain. Then we're going to actually begin working this stitch. So what you want to do is from your chain row, you want to find the 3rd stitch from the hook. So remember, you never count that loop that's on the hook. So we count 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do our first half double crochet slip stitch. So like a regular half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, and then you're going to insert your hook into that 3rd chain. You're going to then yarn over to pull up a loop, but then you keep pulling through the 2 loops that were on your hook. And that is a half double crochet slip stitch. So let's do that again. You're going to yarn over, and into the next chain, you'll insert your hook in order to pull up another loop, but then you keep pulling through the 1st and the 2nd loops that were on your hook. And that's as easy as it is. So you'll yarn over, insert into the next chain, pull up a loop to pull through the other 2 loops. And that's pretty much what you're going to do all the way to the end of your foundation row. So as always, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over to pull up a loop that will continue to pull through the 1st and the 2nd loop on your hook. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that to the end of my chain, and then I will meet up with you to take you through the 2nd row. Okay, and I'm now in the last chain here. And there we have. So row number 1 is complete. And now I will have 13 stitches. So remember, I start off with 15. Because we start by working into the 3rd chain from the hook, that means, and that was designed so these 2 chains could give this stitch some height. So now I'm going to have 13 stitches in total. And now we're going to go on to row number 2. So to go into row number 2, I'm going to chain 1 and turn. Some people will chain 2. That's totally up to you. If you chain 1, you just don't want to make sure it's not too tight. Okay. And once I have like regular stitches to work into, I actually like working into the back loops only of this stitch. You can certainly work it into the regular stitch. So I'll show you what's happening. So here we have kind of 2 sets of loops. You've got the V's on the top, which is officially considered the stitch you would work into. And then when you turn, you actually have V's on the side. So I'm going to be working in along the V's on the top. And if you were to work the regular stitch, you would actually insert your hook so that your hook is underneath the 2 top V's. Now I'm going to be working into the back loops only, and the back loop, I'll get that out of the way, is the loop that's furthest away from you. So this would be the front loop, this is the back loop, and if I turn my work, that's the bottom front loop. Okay, so there's 3 loops in a half double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over like I did before, and I'm going to go right back into the very first stitch. So that chain one doesn't really count as anything. So I'm going to go into the back loop only, and I'm going to do what I did previously. I'm going to pull a loop through and then pull it through the other 2 loops. Okay, again, yarn over into the next stitch, into the back loop. See how I'm only picking up 1 loop? Then I pick up the loop to pull through the first 2. So you always want to make sure you yarn over first, then insert your hook into the back loop, then you pull up another loop, and then you keep pulling it through the other 2. Okay, so again, yarn over, insert, pull through that loop, and then the other 2. And that is pretty much it. So go all the way to the end of the row, and I'll just meet up with you again at the end of the row to take you on to the beginning of the next one. So this will be good practice to just work rows and rows of this. And actually this would make for a great, nice cushy scarf project maybe. Like if you've got a lot of scraps lying around and you're looking for, you know, something to make where you're going to use the scrap yarn up. I think this stitch would be really, really pretty to use for a nice scrappy scarf project. And I'm just about at the end of my row here. And now I'm going to go into the last stitch. So it had those 2 chains. We're going to ignore that, and we're just going to go into the back loop of the last official stitch. And your second row is complete. And you can see how it creates this nice cushy texture. And I'm going to turn it over. You can't quite see it yet, but it sometimes will create a nice cushy ribbed-like effect. Isn't that nice? And it also looks extra cushy because this is a 6mm hook. I probably could have used a 5mm hook, which was more appropriate. But if you want to create like larger stitches and have them be nice and cushy and stretchy, I would always go up 1 or 2 hook sizes. So that's my recommendation there. Okay, so anytime you begin a new row, you chain 1, you turn your work, and then you just work right back into the very first stitch. So you always yarn over, go into the very first stitch, pull up a loop, and bring it through the other 2. And that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to work up several more rows so you can really get the full effect of what this stitch is going to look like once you've worked up a nice chunk of yarn here. Okay guys, so I have finished 7 rows, and it just gives you a little chance to see what it looks like. See how it creates a very subtle little alternating ribbed effect? I really like that. So it gives it nice cushy effect there, and it's got a little bit of stretch to it, which is nice. So you can really see what it looks like. So it looks the same on the back as it does on the front. And really simple to do, and once you get your basic row, your foundation row going, you never really have to think much about it again. And I love how it creates that little kind of raised rib. So if I just hold it this way, you can really see where the ribbing is coming into effect. And it would also look really nice, I think, maybe if you were using alternating colors, that might look nice as well. What do you guys think? Pretty easy, right? And it's a great way to add a little bit of extra cushion and a wee bit of texture to your work. Now, if you have any further questions, feel free to leave them for me in the comment box down below as always. And actually, for those of you that have done this stitch before, I'm curious what your preference is. Do you prefer working it into the back loops only, or do you prefer working it into the full stitch? I'm curious to see how many of you would like one over the other. And as always, if you prefer to email me, you can absolutely do so. Just email me directly at info@crochetcrafty.com. And if you got something specific, make sure to attach a photo of your work, and I'll be happy to have a closer look and help you out as much as I can. And as always, come say hi to me. I'm on the socials. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at The Stitch Sessions, and make sure to tag me when you create one of my designs. And as well, come visit the website, crochetcrafty.com. There's a lot of free goodies there for you. Great resource tools that can help you with any of your upcoming projects, as well as some free written patterns and a link to my Etsy shop. All right, gang, that's all for this week. I hope you have an amazing day. Happy crocheting as always. And remember to take really good care of yourselves. And I'll see you guys in next week's session. Bye-bye.